Hi, everyone. This is Jacqui Cooper with JCooperTravels talk show, and I want to welcome everyone back to this episode. I have a special guest on that is helping individuals around the country, and I'm going to have him introduce himself in just a quick second. Before I do that, I want to just kind of share for those that might be new to JCooperTravels talk show a little bit about the history and how it got started. My background's a little bit diverse. I come from a law background, but I'm also a special educator as well as an entrepreneur, and I love travel as well as doing a variety of different business projects. So my business portfolio is a little bit large, and I've created a business portfolio that has multiple streams of income just because I know, as an example, when COVID hit, one of my streams, the travel side, kind of slowed down. So I needed to pick up something else. So, again, as a business entrepreneur, sometimes you have to think about how do you manage your business and does the ebb and flow go. And so I created JCooperTravels talk show, not just for where are we going around the world, but also for the path that we're on and the quality of life that we would like to enjoy and how we're helping others. And so again, it's all about how we travel in life. And so today's conversation is going to be exactly that. How do we travel in life as a small business, as an entrepreneur? Today, I want to welcome Andrew. How are you doing today?
Hey, how you doing, Jackie? I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on today.
So I'm really excited to have you on. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and the name of your business, and also definitely mention the website so people can connect with you. For those that are not familiar with the talk show, there'll be a blog area below, so that way Andrew's link will be there. And so if you don't have paper and pen, don't worry. We're going to be mentioning it a few times in the show, and you'll be able to come back to this episode and be able to connect with him. So Andrew, why don't you go ahead and share so people will know how to reach you?
Okay, great. Again, my name is Andrew Frazier. I'm founder of the Small Business Pro University, which is an online program for entrepreneurs and business owners that has come out of my expert work as a coach, consultant, and trainer, working with over 500 business owners one-on-one and teaching thousands of people about business.
What website would they go to?
Oh, they would go to www.sbpro.u.com. So it's SB for small business, pro, the letter U.com.
Awesome. So for those that are listening, you'll be able to go there. For those that are seeing this on the YouTube, you'll be able to also go to that website, and you can see the visual logo. So that will also help prompt you. So I know you have a really interesting background. How did you navigate into coaching? I know that that's not where you originally started. Why don't you share more about your story? Because I know it will inspire others.
Okay, great. Jackie, definitely, been around entrepreneurship and business for many years. Started out in fourth grade, having a paper route with my brother, and had several other businesses, but actually studied mechanical engineering in undergrad, and served as a U.S. Navy Supply Corps officer, which focused on running the business side of a ship. So from there, I learned more and more about business, got my MBA, worked for some major companies, but, came back to my roots and really wanted to take all the things that I had learned and really bring those to small business owners, because many times they don't have the level of experience and expertise and knowledge about business best practices and how to compete effectively, especially in the current environment.
So, how do you help someone? What's the process when they come to you? Again, you've helped a lot of people. I'm sure they had similar challenges, but different challenges. So when someone comes to you, what's the first step?
Okay, really, at the beginning, with any relationship, you have to build some rapport and assess where they are. I try and get a feel for where they are in terms of their marketing knowledge, where their business is and what some of the key challenges they might be facing are. And then, look at helping them come to their own solutions. I focus on sharing information, but I found that I'm very good with people and helping to educate them by, asking questions, having them work through what they're thinking about as opposed to just telling people the answer. Because a lot of times people don't want to hear that anyways, but if you can guide them towards the result that they want, it works really well.
How long do you normally work with a client? I know there might be not a set time frame, but on an average, what have you found?
I would say it can range anywhere from once to 7 years so far. And really, it depends on how they come to me. I work with some organizations that just send me people on a one-off. But, on average, it's probably about 6 months to a year, and really gives enough time to, work with them, help to, develop strategies and have them implement them, and then really move forward and give feedback and push forward from there.
So you created the SB Pro University. What can they find when they go to the university, or is it primarily that you're the university? Are there classes, or how does that work?
Great question. The university we've actually got over 20 instructors and over 50 courses focused on different areas of small business. And really what we focus on is more of a knowledge and wisdom base versus an education. So, the people who are instructing, our business owners work with business owners, our thought leaders in their area. So it's not something you can get anywhere else. It's specific content. And really, one other thing we did is I created a certification program as a small business pro certification, and partnering with Fairleigh Dickinson University to offer that. So, it's really about focusing on content that the entrepreneurs and business owners need to know, because, what they don't know will hurt them. And, having seen so many things and worked with so many people, I can help them avoid the alligators in the swamp.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of times we don't know the problem until we step on it, and that's why having a coach is really important, because it is having the foresight of, just kind of navigating areas to kind of avoid those pitfalls, because, it's not like you sometimes intentionally stumble, but, in every lesson, every mistake that we make, we do learn from it, but it's a lot easier sometimes and a lot more cost effective to have someone like yourself, who can make sure that you don't have to recreate the wheel, basically.
Definitely. It makes a huge difference. I mean, when I started out, I wish I'd have had someone like me. So
Yeah, exactly. So mention your website again, so that way people will know how to reach you.
sure, the Small Business Pro University is www.sb for small business pro, PROU, the letter U for university.com, sbpro.u.com.
So I always do one tip, one place. And so what is a tip that you can think that maybe listeners should think about when they are stepping out in terms of being an entrepreneur, or maybe if they're already an entrepreneur, what would you advise them?
I mean, one of the first things I always try and make sure they understand is what their most important job is. So as an entrepreneur, your most important job is S&M, which is sales and marketing. And if you are not focused on that, and you don't understand that that's what you need to spend your time doing, it's going to hurt you, and you're not going to progress the way you should with your business.
I would agree. I would definitely agree. What's the one place that you would suggest that people visit? Because even though the talk show is about both education, about different things that might happen in our life, I always like to bring it back to the travel side. So where would you recommend that people travel in your neck of the woods?
Actually, I live in Montclair, New Jersey, which is an outstanding place to visit. We're known for, I think we were the Upper West Side of New Jersey in one article, and that's because we have a lot of culture, museums, and other things, but also great eateries. One of the most famous places is Cuban Pete's, who they really have, great dishes, but also service and culture, which is really exciting.
That's very special. I probably have driven through. Now I will know where to stop, and definitely um, everyone, I am doing different travel blogs because of coming back from Portugal, but also I want to blog about the various places that those that I'm talking to, like Andrew, are living, because I know that I've interviewed a lot of different individuals within the area of New Jersey, and they've told me some special places as well as other states. So I think road tripping around the United States is as exciting as going overseas. We have a beautiful country for sure. So any last minute thoughts that you want to share with listeners? I know that you have provided a wonderful service to a lot of people over the time period. What other thoughts that you have that maybe someone, like, is there a certain category of businesses that you're helping? Or you did mention the size of the business, but any last minute thoughts?
Well, I think that, what I teach is really business best practices. So it works for all types of businesses. And, really the theme around everything I do is that the more you know, the faster you grow.
That is a great way to have everyone think about that, because I'm all about education. And but you can't know everything. That's why you need to have someone like Andrew, because of the fact that his working with all these other businesses, he can bring to the table something that you might not see initially, but just kind of shifting a little bit means that all of a sudden your path becomes clearer. So sometimes having an outside person kind of look in helps a lot, for sure. I mean, I know that having a business coach is really important. I know as an attorney, having a team when you're a small business is equally important, both from an accountant perspective, maybe even, a financial officer, or even a virtual assistant. A lot of times, you can't do it all, and so you have to think, how do you properly delegate? And one of the areas that I will also share in my link down below is I am an attorney, but I'm associated with Legal Shield, and I feel it's a really affordable program for small businesses to look at, because you can basically, for almost less than $1 a day, depending upon which program you're looking at, you can have unlimited attorneys review your contracts, help you with your wills. If you have small business, there's 3 different small business plans. They are able to do contracts as well as trademarks and copyright, a whole slew of other things. And so I'll pop in the link so you can look and see if you have a need for adding an affordable attorney to your team. Basically, every action that we take in some way has a legal action. So it really is important to just think about making sure you have a strong team. So Andrew, why don't you go ahead and repeat your website one more time so people can reach out to you?
Okay. It's www.sbprou.com, small business pro, and then letter U. Thank you.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate you being on. I look forward to having other conversations with you, and even talking with you and some of the clients that you've helped. I would love to have them talk about their businesses as well. It's all about sharing and networking. So thank you so much for being on.
Okay. No, thank you, Jackie. This has been great.